Hello and welcome to Good Early Morning, your only reliable news source for the hippie information. I am your host, Jim Cranberry, the coolest host around. What a wonderful day it is on the 30th anniversary of the hippie revolution. Oh boy, do I love the fresh air we have today. When I woke up this morning, I kissed my wife and my children good morning, ate my vegan breakfast, and headed over to the studio in my green electric car. Today I felt especially good for driving with my windows open because I got to inhale all the good crisp air from our great hippie forest, and there were no gasoline cars to ruin all that air. Now, to move on to our first story, the commemoration of our 30th anniversary of the beginning of the new green era. Brought to you by climate change historian from Smithsonian Museum, who will proceed to explain the legacy of our founder Charlie Green, who engineered our great green revolution to bring about the new green era after a smoke.
Hi, my name is Jay. I'm your historian, and I'm reporting from the Valley to UCSD. There's the library over there, very nice view. Okay, all right, back to me. I'm going to talk about our founder, Charlie Green. He had a vision that the path we were heading on was going to lead us to our mortal doom. He ran for president and used TikTok and other social media platforms to carry his campaign. He was born in poverty and found the calling of nature to propel him into life and to lead our people to environmental justice. He devoted his life to saving the forest and earth while taking a progressive approach to mitigate climate change. From this, he won the favor of environmentalists that were growing as a result of the new social pressures and revitalization in the 1960s and 70s environmentalism, beginning the dawn of the new green era in which we're living in today. As president, he gave pressures on other politicians to support green programs. Other politicians supported because of the growing hippie movement. Under his administration, he negotiated with other nations, as well as getting Congress to pass several climate bills, passing carbon emission taxes, giving funding to green research, such as algae carbon sequestering and carbon capturing in buildings, plus new solar and wind, as well as an emphasis on nuclear technologies. Replacing fossil fuel cars and electrical sources with new green options, our founder, Charlie Green, was really one of a kind. Back to you.
Thank you for your commentary. I really appreciate it. Damn, I remember being in the Great Hippie Revolution. I protested for greener policies in front of the Capitol with millions of other people. I witnessed our efforts come to fruition as our great president Charlie Green walked out of the Capitol with the new Green Bill signed with his signature. Anyways, up next, we have an interview with the local hippie sitting on a eucalyptus grove. How might the trees feel about the new green era, you ask? Well, stay tuned to find out.
All right, I'm Hunter Schaefer, representing in the field for Good Groovy Morning, and we're in the Eucalyptus Grove, and we're going to be talking about deforestation and the increase in parks. So we've increased parks quite a bit to reduce carbon emissions, as well as decrease deforestation to sequester more carbon as well. We're not quite at carbon zero, but we plan to be by 2100, and the implementation of new green technologies in everyday life as well as in businesses, such as new carbon sequestering methods and green energy in solar and nuclear, allow for us to reach that target by 2100.
Look at this man over here. He looks like a member of the new social movement for providing new green technologies. We'll speak to him now. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, hello. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How do you implement new green technologies into your life?
Well, all the time, man. Like you I got solar panels, you know, so I got solar energy powering my home, man, and just trying to decrease my carbon footprint everywhere I go, like since it's advocated by the government and all these different resources that are provided to us, and to enable us to actually to practice good green practices to decrease carbon in the atmosphere. I've also gone vegan. It's always good to go vegan nowadays, because when you go vegan, you don't bring money into the livestock industry, and livestock is the main method provider, and it's, to be honest, man, it's better if we go vegan. So I feel like the way the country's moving in the right direction.
Yeah, how do you feel about the new efforts in controlling carbon emissions over the last 30 years?
Oh, I think it's great, This thing, what's it called? Carbon sequestration?
Yeah, carbon sequestering, yeah.
So carbon sequestering, yeah. That's so great, and like with the improvements in park maintenance, and also the expansion of like parks, and also the government wanting to grow trees is great. It's great for the environment. It's great for the people. I feel like we're moving in the right direction. We're not only doing good for ourselves, but for the planet. Man.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Hi, my name is Hunter Schaefer. I'm reporting for Good Groovy Morning, and we're here at the La Jolla Cliffs, going to be talking about ocean level rise. So ocean level has risen by about 0.2 meters since 2021, and is predicted to rise by another 0.2 meters. However, this would be significantly worse if we had done nothing. It would have probably risen about 0.7 meters by 2100 if we had not done anything about greenhouse gas emissions. So we have to continue our work on greenhouse gas emissions to get it down to zero by 2100. Also, ocean pH levels have remained about the same for this entire time, which would have been significantly worse, and this allows us to help preserve our ocean life and the coral, which is highly dependent on pH. So with all these changes, we need to continue to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions and implement these changes in renewable energies that we have been so far.
All right, now that we've talked about the cliffs, let's talk to some bystanders. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about
Oh, I'm doing well.
Awesome. Hey, how do you feel about living so close to the ocean?
Oh, the ocean's great. Love going to the ocean. Love enjoying it. Swimming. Going with the fam. It's always the move. Nowadays, and with the it's cleaner than it was before. With the government introducing policies to clean the oceans, and try to prolong the life of our environment, and increase the cleanliness. It's just the best.
Yeah, so have you noticed any changes in sea level rise and like sea life being down here?
Honestly, I wouldn't know, but I know that if actions weren't taken by our government in the last 30 years, we wouldn't be in the same situation that we are right now. I can gladly say that the cliffs are preserved. I guess if oceans were to rise, there would be cities that would be flooded. So I'm glad that we avoided that. So yeah, I'm extremely glad with how the government is handled and how we are taking care of the environment thus far.
Thank you for your response. Up next, we have an interview with the energy expert from the New Green Energy Foundation. You want to know how we replace all fossil fuels? Well, stay tuned to know more about these green facts that makes our grass greener on the other sides. All right.
talking about our energy usage and energy year 2051. A lot has changed since 2021, I'm sorry, 30 years. We've decreased energy usage from fossil fuels by 60%, while also increasing our renewable usage by 4 times as it was in 2021. This is all done by solar, hydroelectric, and nuclear energy sources, as well as wind to generate energy for the world. All right, let me explain how this happened. All right, so solar, we build new solar panels. Building solar panels has increased drastically since 2021. Further, hydroelectric power from dams and the government encouragement and government funding of building dams and wind turbines has also increased. As you can see, it's very windy right now, and this is perfect for the generation of wind power. So we build new wind turbines, we build new dams as alternate sources of energy to funnel energy usage away from fossil fuels. Further, is nuclear energy. Nuclear energy has been big. With the majority of our energy comes from nuclear energy, as well as new research in using thorium as a viable source of nuclear energy by using molten salt reactors. Our energy usage has drastically changed in 30 years, and thanks to the new green era and the progressive movement away from fossil fuels, we have increased carbon emissions by 60%. This is crazy. Thank you.
Thank you. Want to know how we drastically reduce greenhouse gas emission from agriculture? Up next, we have an interview with the vegan expert from the New Green Herbivores Foundation. Stay tuned. All right.
I'm Shane Clausen, the vegan correspondent. In the agriculture now, we've been shifting more towards plant and more synthetic meat options, and this is to help reduce methane emissions, which are primarily from cattle, pigs, etc. The livestock in agriculture tends to produce a large amount of methane and also consumes more plants than would be necessary for the calories for humans to consume. So in that way, we end up producing significantly more carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gas emissions by our strong diet on meat. And so in these recent years, we've been encouraging people to switch over to being vegan and vegetarian and to switch to alternative meat options for their meat consumption in order to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So in order to reach that zero carbon emission by 2100, we would have to switch over to being a large amount of us being vegan and vegetarian, and to reduce our agricultural greenhouse gas emissions. And so I strongly encourage people to switch over to being vegan and vegetarian, as just as the hippie movement recently has been suggesting as well. Thank you.
Thanks to this collective and societal effort to reduce greenhouse gas, we were able to inherit the new green world we have today in this new green era. Up next, we have the weather tomorrow by our weatherman, Jim Blueberry, who will also compare our climate with those of 2021.
Hey man, this is Jim Blueberry, man. Yeah, I'm the weatherman for the Groovy News channel, man. And today I'm gonna be talking about this week's weather and the progress we made so far, man. It's gonna be a real groovy section, man. So this week, it's gonna be a bit cloudy, but really warm, 70, 74 degrees, man. But you know what? This is 3 degrees higher than 30 years ago, man. So groovy progress, man. And let me show you how we made this progress, yeah? Alright, let's do it, man. So yeah, man, we made some good progress, man. So if you didn't do anything about it for the past couple of 30 years, our Earth would have been hotter by 2 degrees, man. But now, thanks to all our efforts, it's hot only by 1 degrees, man. That's some really progress, man. We did it, we did it. Now I'm gonna show you our carbon dioxide emission, man. So this is our real progress, man. We used to make about 9.5 gigatons of carbon dioxide, man. Now we make about 2.5 gigatons of carbon dioxide, man. This is some groovy progress, man. We just gotta keep using green energy instead of fossil fuel, man. And thanks to that, we decreased about 20% of cumulative carbon dioxide emission from what could have been, man. Thanks to our efforts, man. If not for our efforts, our Earth would have been 2 degrees hotter than today, man. This is a groovy progress, man. We just gotta keep reducing carbon dioxide energy, man, and stop using fossil fuels, man. And then we're gonna get, and then our Earth's gonna be real cooler, man. It's gonna be all cooler and groovy, man. Well, that's it for the Groovy News Channel's weather channel, man. I hope you enjoyed this section and we'll see you tomorrow, man.
Thank you, Jim Blueberry. I'll bring an umbrella to work tomorrow just in case. Thanks to the amazing work of the revolutionaries in 2021, we have a healthier Earth on track for an adaptable planet. Overall, we have seen significant reduction in carbon emission and brought large benefits to the environment, but we have to continue with the green technologies to ensure that we fully implement them to reach zero carbon by 2100 target 40 to 70% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. Well, this was your host, Jim Cranberry. Thank you for joining me today and see you tomorrow.